Hey, Core Fitters, Dan here. Happy Thursday. Hope you're all having a cracking day. So, I want to come to you with some deep stuff here for a few minutes. So, reason for me putting this video together, the 5 laws of becoming a healthy person, is because I've been thinking a lot lately around what is it that really stops people from taking care of themselves on a consistent basis? What are some of the real reasons that get in the way of people being consistent and being able to actually live a life of a healthy person rather than trying to become a healthy person, then stopping, then trying to become a healthy person, then stopping? And that's probably my biggest mission, is to, in terms of CoreFit and the team, is to how do we help more people be consistent so that they can get better results, more rewards from the game. And when I sat down and really thought about it, I've come up with 5 laws that I feel are really applicable to becoming a healthy person. And this is based off mostly my experience and the things that I've drawn on from my experiences within my own health and fitness, having been consistent for over 20 years doing it, and also from helping people, as we have as a business for over 15 years, helping people in the game. And before I go into the 5 laws, what I believe to be true is that generally the thing that stops people isn't so much external factors, it's more internal factors, is what I believe to be true. So let's go into the 5, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, or if there's any you would add in for you. So number 1 is the law of process. So really persistency pays and consistency compounds. That's how it works. And really long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity every day of the week when it comes to health. And so it's really important to remember that your health is developed daily, not in a day. And, if you want to be on the journey to become a healthy person, you got to start walking, don't stop, and it's mostly uphill, but it's worth the price you pay for the journey. I definitely believe that. The people we see who have the biggest challenge with this is the people who look at their health as a short-term means to an end, where they get to a particular goal, they achieve the goal, and then that's it. And then they've got no other purpose moving forward, and they springboard back, right? That's a very, very common thing in health. So the law of process, focus on the process and the results look after themselves. Law number 2, Grandma's Law. I love this law. It's also kind of like a law in business. It states, if you eat all your vegetables, you can have your dessert. What does that mean? Well, in order to get the result, in order to reap the rewards, get the dessert, you've got to do the right thing. You've got to actually show up. You've got to put in the work. All right. You don't get to eat your dessert before you have your vegetables. You've got to eat your vegetables first. So it's being patient. It's understanding that, hey, I'm going to get the result I want, but I've got to do the work and I've got to do the right thing. I've got to make the better choices, and then I can enjoy the rewards. Grandma's law. Law number 3, the law of change. You see, our brains are like closets, and over time they get filled with things that no longer serve us. Beliefs that no longer serve us, things that no longer fit. And every once in a while, it's up to us as individuals, I believe, to upgrade those closets, to put new information in that can serve us to continue to change in the way we want to change in a positive way. So I've referenced this book before. Atomic Habits is a good example of that. So reading material or developing yourself, listening to audiobooks, things that are going to help serve you, and not putting garbage into your head that's going to, put you in the other direction, or listening to people around you who constantly put you down. So really it's about getting around people that support you and putting good information in your head, continuing to learn how you operate and how you can get the best out of yourself, and then using people around you to support you. The law of change. Number 4, the law of resilience. Not every day is going to be sunny with no traffic. All right. When you're on a health and fitness journey, you want to be someone who's a healthy person. You're going to encounter some roadworks and you're going to encounter some bad weather. And And look, we all experience flat tires from time to time. We have those days or those weeks where we just run flat, but that's no reason to go and slash the other 3 tires, right? During that period where you're low on motivation or your car's gone flat, you've got a flat battery. This is a horrible analogy, but I hope you're staying with me. You've got to lean on people around you. You've got to lean on the support that you've got around you so that you can get help replacing the flat tire and get back on the road and get back in the game. But if you're going to sit there and slash all 3 tires and wipe your hands and go, I'm out, I wave the white flag, well, then you're not going to become a healthy person. You're going to be a person that constantly stops and starts. Number 5, I think this is a really important one, probably the most important. I thought about this a lot. The law of pride, the law of self-pride. I think when I think about health and what often is the biggest challenge when it comes to it, there's a lot of mental stuff that comes with looking after yourself. Everyone's had different experiences growing up. Some people really value their health. Some people don't value it as much, and that's okay. But when it comes to the nitty-gritty of it, being a healthy person, guys, it requires a level of self-pride. If you've got enough pride to look after yourself, then generally you'll keep looking after yourself. But when you lose that self-pride and you start kind of, bashing yourself up because you've had a bad week or a bad 2 weeks or a bad day, well, then you begin going into that victimhood mode. And then it's really easy mentally then to kind of fall out of love with your health and you just stop, right? That's the easy way out. But you should never stop looking after yourself. You should really never stop caring for yourself. No one else can do it for you. It's the time you invest in really looking after yourself that returns the best dividend, I believe. Not just for you, your energy, your health, how you feel, all that stuff, but also for the people closest to you as well. They get a better version of you. So for me, going back into them, the 5 laws of really becoming a healthy person, the law of process, Grandma's law, the law of change, the law of resilience, and the law of self-pride. Let us know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is there any you'd put in there for yourself? Keen to hear from you. All right. Thanks, team. Appreciate you watching on replay or watching live. Love your work. Have a great week. Keep up the good work and reach out if you need